A hard hit to Chicago's playoff chances came with a loss last week to Sioux Falls. Now, any chance the Wildcats will be coming back to the SFL Finals has to now go to a Tallahassee Pride team that refuses to lose. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida. Right down the way from Florida State University, it's the SFL on YouTube. Presented by APM Music. Hello, everybody. Alvin Washington in the building here in northwestern Florida as the hot-throwing Christensen and his great target, Ken Gossett, are looking to once again put everything on the line to keep their undefeated run alive. But what is Chicago going to do about it? The toss goes to the Wildcats of Chicago in their orange uniforms today. Tallahassee in their purple will defend the goal. They are going to kick away here in the first half. Kicking away for Chicago will be Jesus Garcia. And we're off and going from the panhandle of Florida. Here comes the run back, and the immediately gets stopped at the 30-yard line. And that will bring up Christensen. Last week at 534 yards and a huge win over the London Knights. It was a 48-45 victory, and he needed all 534 yards and 4 scores. The first pass play of the day will go for 5. And the man with the reception is Trevor Swain. Now, here's a guy that's a non-contract player that has stepped up big time for the Pride the last few weeks. We do play 11-minute quarters here in the Simulation Football League. Hello to everyone joining us here on this fine first Sunday in March. Spring is coming. As a matter of fact, 70 degrees here in the Panhandle this afternoon. Big run up the side, and it's a big hole for Jay Enyola. Who had a touchdown run last week. He picks up a huge swatch here. 17 to be exact. Wideouts today are Duke Wilson, Ken Gossett. And that is Wilson. Make that Enyola. Enyola on the outside picks up 6, picks up 5, and immediately the no huddle is in full effect. Christensen with a pro set. 3 wide, doubles on the near side. They'll throw it to the far side slot. The catch is made in the first down in the red zone, and immediately they go to the no huddle. Tallahassee wants to get on the board immediately. Quickly they come up to the line. Looking for Christensen. Okay, he's not exactly the fleetest of feet, but hey, it is Sunday afternoon in Tallahassee, Florida. Off the handoff. This is Enyola up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd and goal at the 2. Back to the no huddle again. 3 wide set. Handoff. This is Enyola again, trying to go to the outside, and he's stopped behind the line at the 4. 3rd down is in full effect. Back to pass. They'll throw to the left-hand side. It's Enyola trying to get to the end zone. He's short by a half yard. 4th and goal. Now decision time. Do they want to go for it here? Decisions. And it looks like they're going to kick here. Richard Douglas out of the hold of Curtis Young. Snap is down, straight ahead, and 3 on the board for Tallahassee from 17 out. Show Business Inc. is the ultimate in live event, film production, prop rental, set design, and construction, and is proud to bring you the first ever SFL Convention, July 13th through the 15th in Las Colinas, Texas.
First and 10 from the 28 yard.
Back to action as immediately E.T. King gets sacked on the play. Big number 98, Mike Johnson, the defensive tackle, says, "You will eat turf and like it." Boy, it's just a straight bull rush up the middle. Second down. Chicago playing for its playoff lives in this game. They are 2-6. They lose today, they're pretty much out of the race. So they got to come up with something big here. Trips to the right with nobody blocking, doubles on the left-hand side. Back to pass is King. King throws, he gets hit, it's caught, and it's very close to a first down. Nice catch on the outside by the starting wideout Davius Reed, who's also the team's kick returner. Jeff Eaton on the tackle to finally stop the potential first down. He picked up a whole gang of that back. Third down and 1. Chicago last week, 6 of 12 on third downs for 50%. Let's see if they'll pick their first down up here. Running back in the back is J. Calvin Kim. He gets the call. He gets the first down and more to move the chains. The tackle that time for Tallahassee was 58, Jamal Carroll. But J. Calvin Kim, an important first down on third down.
Neutral zone infraction, number 74, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
On the last play, the neutral zone infraction on the Pride, 74 Hunter Norwood caught jumping the training table, so that'd make it 1st and 5 in this particular case. T-right formation, J. Calvin Kim is the tail of the T. He gets the call up the middle and maybe 2 more yards. And that will bring up 2nd and short. Football at the Chicago 48. They need to get past midfield and a little bit beyond for the first down. Kim on the right hip of E.T. King with doubles on the right-hand side. He's back to pass. Down the middle he throws. It is almost picked off. Good play up the middle that time by Tallahassee's Anthony Wayo, the free safety. Third down on the way as we are celebrating our 10th season online. Glad to have everybody here in the Panhandle join us here on the SFL Network through YouTube and, of course, our fan night action on Twitch. Back to pass. It's King on third down. He throws across the middle, and that falls incomplete. They, again, were looking for Reed, but to no avail. Taquan Hale in the vicinity of the football. That brings up 4th down to the punting unit, I believe. And that looks to be Malcolm Perrin, who's had a pretty good foot all season. Back to receive for Tallahassee will be looks like Duke Wilson. We'll find out in a moment. Here comes the punt. It's a fair catch. It's caught at the 20-yard line. Kenny Stokes is the man that's returns for Tallahassee. 3-0, the Pride lead the Wildcats. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Pick up the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. Champions Will Rise from APM Music. 1st and 10 for Tallahassee at their own 21. They're in the purple and white going to your right here in this first quarter, up 3-0. A handoff to Caleb Conley, the fullback, on the dive. Short gain, 2nd down, and trying to get our down and distance back here. Just kind of went away from us, but we, again, appreciate all of you joining us here on the Pro Grizzle for Shizzle. That is the SFL on YouTube. 2nd down, about 6 to go. Doubles on the left-hand side with a single back. And again, this is now a nice hold of a 1st down for Jay and Yola. Jay and Yola with the stank on you on that run. First and 10, the football is at the Tallahassee 32 as Chris Christensen keeping things balanced right now. Empty backfield, trips on the left-hand side. Looking at the base 4-3 as they stun on the outside corners. He's back to pass. A lot of time down the middle. He throws and incomplete. Good breakup of that play by Barnes, that being A.J. Barnes, the strong safety for Chicago. Oddly enough, with Chicago having a 2-6 record, their pass defense is tops in the league. How are they 2-6? That remains to be seen, ladies and gentlemen. Tallahassee, the #1 scoring and passing offense in all of SFL football. Stunts coming from the outside for Chicago with a single back, doubles either side shotgun. Christensen back to pass, down the middle he throws. Catch is made in the 1st down. And ouch! Ken Gossett got clotheslined, but he still makes the play. Mercy! Chris Christensen don't do that to your wide receivers like that. A.J. Barnes with the stickum, but mercy. We heard that about halfway down the Florida-Georgia line. From just across midfield, 1st and 10 for Tallahassee. The handoff, this is Enyola. He gets about 4 out of the gain. 2nd down. He's having a good first quarter here in the backfield. Helping him out, it's big 75. Gus Lucas leading that front line. You also got 78, Fred Nielsen. We will shadow some more of those big uglies a little bit later in the show. Shotgun doubles either side. Enyola on Christensen's right hip, looking at 6 in the box. High step, but he gets it off. Down the middle he throws. Incomplete. Was looking for Duke Wilson and broken up by Blake Hamrick, number 25, the cornerback. A.J. Barnes also helping out on the mix. 3rd and 6 now from the Chicago 45. We have 3:41. I mean, we have flown by here in this opening quarter here in Tallahassee. Pro set this time, doubles right, isolation left, looking at 6 in the box. Christensen hands off to Enyola. He will not get the line of scrimmage, if that, maybe a yard. And a good stop by Hendershot. That's Clint Hendershot of Chicago. Punting unit coming out with 3:25 and counting for the first quarter. Howard McCoy will punt away. It'll be Davius Reed to receive, I believe, for Chicago. We had a good return day last week. That one almost gets blocked. Reed lets it go. It'll go into, whoa, does he stay in? Nope. Can't stay in. Good try that time for Tallahassee by R.J. Manley on special teams. 1st and 10. Don't forget, the SFL network is available anytime, any day through our great friends at YouTube and Twitch TV. From the 20-yard line, Chicago in the orange going to your left. Shotgun right side hip. E.T. King with trips on the right-hand side. He's back to pass. Crush is coming in. They will crunch him again. Mercy. They are coming with the smack is down to Quan Hale. His first half sack of the day. We'll also give mention to Big Mike Johnson. That's 1.5 sacks for that big boy. 2:47 and counting for the first quarter. Tallahassee 3, Chicago nothing. 2nd and 17 from the 13-yard line. Double strike, pro set. King under center looking at the base at 6 in the box. Is back to pass again. Will roll to his left. Gets sacked again. Mike Johnson having a great first quarter. 2.5 sacks for the big dog. 3rd and 21. Man, this is getting ugly for Chicago quickly. I don't know what happened at the start of the season, but this drop from the top of the table for Chicago has not been nice. Fumble on the play! Chicago keeps it, but oh my gosh, that looked close to a safety. Or even worse for Chicago, maybe a snatch of the football. So now they've got to sit on the edge of the outside of the line. And not a good spot for Malcolm Perrin to be in. Short pooch. He'll boot this one out. This is going to be absolutely excellent field position for Tallahassee. They'll get it up to the Chicago 33-yard line. I know Kenny Stokes is stoked about that one. Let's see if the Pride can put 6 on the board on this possession. They only have 31 yards to go here and 96 left on the first quarter clock. Up 3-0. Christensen with an offset eye, slot either side, looking at 6 in the box. Now he'll hand off to the fullback Conley, and he'll get 2 out of the deal, 2nd down. Tackle for Chicago by Ajamu Afolabi. Yeah, we put him on the all-name team a long time ago. Him and Hendershot. 2nd down, offset eye, doubles on the left-hand side for Tallahassee, hitting right as we come to the final minute of the quarter. It's Yola that gets the call, gets a big hole. First down more, he's off to the races, and he's in for the touchdown! A late penalty at the end of the play, might be face masking as he went into the end zone. Oh, it's against Tallahassee, I believe. Nope, it is against the Wildcats. And it is against, yeah, they're gonna call the late face mask on Afolabi. So that'll be assessed on the kickoff. Nope, they'll assess it here. They've got him all the way up to the half-foot line. Now the question is, are they gonna go for the 1 or the 2? Nope, 1 here. Douglas out of Curtis Young's hold. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Kicks on the way. 10-0 Tallahassee. Great touchdown run by J.N. Yola to put Tallahassee up 2 scores. This is the SFL on YouTube, presented by 8 p.m. Music. Back here on the SFL on YouTube, presented by 8 p.m. Music, a touchdown run by J.N. Yola makes this now 10-0 Tallahassee. They are on their way. Here comes the return by Reed. Reed comes to the near side, has a good head of steam. May turn this one into 6 to the 50. Oh, he's out of here. See you later. 97 yards, touchdown Wildcats. Just that quick. Davius Reed, 97 yards to the building. Mercy. He's been having these type of days the last couple of weeks, and look at that, a great block on the near side by Maurice Spurgeon, spurred him up the left sideline. Oh, my goodness. It is quiet here in Tallahassee. 10-6 Pride. Now the question is, will that give Chicago some momentum in this game? Garcia out of the hold of James and Holmes. Try and make this a 3-point lead. Snaps on the way. It's high. Kick by Garcia, no problem. 10-7 Tallahassee on a 97-yard kick return for a score by Davius Reed. That changed the complexion of this game in a hurry. Garcia is at the kick away for Chicago, going to the left in the orange. 44 ticks on the first quarter clock. How does Tallahassee answer here? We'll find out after this kickoff from the 10. Ahead of steam up the middle. We'll get down just short of the 30, but put it at the 28-yard line. It's an 18-yard return for Tallahassee's Billy Joe Black. The return man for the Tallahassee Pride, up 10-7 on the Chicago Wildcats. The Wildcats need to win to stay in the playoff conversation. They're at 2-6 this week, way on the outside looking up. Christensen with an offset eye, doubles left-hand side. Hand off to the fullback Conley. Try to get a second push, but only gets 2 out of the deals. Clock running down to the final seconds of this first quarter. Very active first quarter for both clubs. Richards Printworks is the official gear provider for the Simulation Football League. For more, go online at simulationfl.net. Out of the shotgun goes Christensen with doubles either side. This should be the last play of the quarter. He'll throw it down the middle. The catch is made in the first down. Nice, good-looking catch by Duke Wilson. That'll end the quarter. It's Chicago 49. 11 minutes in the books. Tallahassee and Chicago duking it out in the Panhandle. Pride 10, Wildcat 7. Here on the SFL YouTube, presented by APM Music. Here on the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Tallahassee up 10-7 on Chicago. We switch goals. The handoff. This is J.N. Yola on 1st and 10. And Yola with a rushing touchdown and 63 yards so far today. Tackle for Chicago on that last play by 55. Brett Tillis, the inside linebacker. Alvin Washington from the Lions Den, Tallahassee, Florida, right down the street from Florida State University. Great crowd on hand here on this spring-like March Sunday. Offset eye, doubles right-hand side for Tallahassee going to the left in the purple and white. It's Enyola on the carry. Enyola trying to bounce around the outside and just short of the first down. It's a good 7-yard pickup for Chig Enyola. He could hit 100 by the time the first half ends. 3rd and 1 from the 40 of Chicago. Empty backfield. Christensen with trips near side isolation right. Looking, he'll go to the left-hand side. That catch is made in the first down. Duke Wilson moves the chains, no huddle once again. This is how they got that touchdown the last time. Same formation. Christensen back to pass. This time will go across the middle. Catch is made in the first down. Again, it's Duke Wilson. Nope, it was Kenny Stokes that time on the outside. Again, the no huddle. Again, the trip to left side. They'll go left. The catch, almost picked off. We're playing with fire there. They'll go back to no huddle. Quickly, everybody lines up. Trips near side. Back again is Christensen. Across the right-hand side. This time, it's caught. Touchdown! Duke Wilson with the catch on the right side. Skinny post. Double teamed by the end zone, but does break the plane for a huge score. 16-7 Tallahassee. Richard Douglas out of Curtis Young's hold for the extra point. 9:34 for the first half. Snaps on the way. Kick is up. 17-7 Tallahassee here in the second quarter. On a beautiful catch by Duke Wilson. So a touchdown run and a touchdown catch and 3 extra ones. Give Tallahassee some breathing room. Now will Chicago counter with yet another return for a score. Davius Reed's got some fleet feet. Douglas kicks away. Reed from his 13. Trying to get to the outside. No serve. Right on top of him. Preston Ingram, the special teams tackle. This will be from the 32 of the Wildcats, 1st and 10 with 9:29 to play. The first SFL convention comes your way July 13th through 15th in Las Colinas, Texas. Thanks to our great friends at Show Business Inc. 3 wide set I formation. Dotting the I is J. Calvin Kim. And immediately E.T. King gets sacked. Hunter Norwood says, "You will eat turf and like it." Second down, 13 to go, 9:15 for the first half. Double receivers left, isolation right, and a double jumbo package. Look for the tight end and might maybe slide out as King flips the play. He'll go to the near side. Catch is made. It looks like that's 84. Alex Zelli. They'll bring up third down as he picks up 2 on the gain. Clock is running with 8:57. Richards Print Wilkes is the official gear provider of the Simulation Football League. 915-407-9300. Pick up your official SFL gear for 2018. Doubles out the side. The single back is indeed Kim. And King gets sacked for the 4th time today. Mike Johnson gets a half. The other half goes to 27, R.J. Manley, the cornerback, coming up for run support. I tell you, Mike Johnson is having a whale of a first half. 3 total sacks, 2 solo. So back to pass, back to punt, I should say, would be Malcolm Perrin again. Billy Joe Black back to receive for Tallahassee. Chicago's getting a lot of black on their orange jerseys today. Off the punt, Billy Joe Black from his 35, ahead of steam, and run right into a whole gang of and put the football at the Pride 40-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:06 to play for the first half. The community's leader in football video game breakdowns is Ryan Moody 21. Get his inside perspective on Twitter at @ShutdownSafety. Chris Christensen hasn't had to do too much in the air. Let's see what he does here with an empty backfield. 4 wide trips near side on 1st down. He'll throw to the near side. The catch is made. It's a big run to the house for Ken Gossett. He'll get knocked down inside the red zone. Ken Gossett.
Second and 10.
There we go. Play a beautiful looking pass for a touchdown, and it looks like that was Duke Wilson once again. So this will be once again Richard Douglas out of the hold of Curtis Young. Snap is down, kicks on the way, and it's good. 24-7, Tallahassee. Boy, the Pride have awakened after that touchdown return by Davius Reed and are putting on the dog, or in this case, kick by Richard Douglas. Here's Reed up the middle, spin, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh, ow, ow, ooh, ow. Nice special teams tackle by Wes Turner of Tallahassee to wrap that up. 6:59 for the first half. Chicago from their 30 this time. E.T. King probably has more grass stains than end zone right now. That's not looking good. Pro set slide either side, looking at 6 in the box. King trying to roll to his left, throws to his left. That falls incomplete. It was out of bounds, was trying to find J. Calvin Kim. Even if he caught it, that would have been a few yards back. 2nd and 10 at this point. APM Music is the presenting sponsor of the 10th season of the Simulation Football League for esports licensing. Esports at apmmusic.com. 3 wide set, single back is J. Calvin Kim, doubles on the right-hand side. Looking at 7 on the line. King gets sacked again for the 4th time by Big Mike. Nope, ain't Big Mike today. It's Kevin Bain that steps in and fills that role. Boy, straight up bull rush. Boy, Chicago's offensive line is not giving E.T. King anything to work with. If Mike Johnson's not coming up the middle, Kevin Bain is coming up the left side and getting him a piece of E.T. King. Empty backfield now with 5 receivers here on 3rd, and who done it? Long pass on the middle. Ow, fumble on the play. Who's got it? It is Chicago. Catch was made, they said, but strangely enough, Austin Matrullo was right there to scoop up the fumble and get the first down on top of that. We're talking about a lucky bounce for the Wildcats. But Mike Johnson, look at the day he's had so far. 4 sacks, 2 solos. 1st and 10 for Chicago at their 46. Back to pass, King throws it the near side. That falls incomplete. He was trying to find Alex Zelli, but he was far out of bounds before he could get the catch. Clock stopped with 5:36 for the first half. When we get to the break, it's the Show Business Inc. halftime report. Stats, facts, figures, and all that jazz. With a hit man on the right, double receiver right-hand side, looking at 7 in the box. King fumbles there. It's picked up by Tallahassee. Give Hunter Norwood the fumble recovery that time. Taquan Hill with the strip sack. Let's go. Nope. I take that back. Chicago somehow got that one back. All righty then. It is a strip sack for Taquan Hale. Trips near left side, doubles right. And that break gives them a first down. How in the world did that happen? Somehow E.T. King fell on his own fumble, and he lived to see another day. And in the process, Alex Zelli got the first down catch to move the chains on 3rd. Don't always go by the raised hands, they say. J. Calvin Kim is the blocking back in the shotgun. 4 wide set, trips left-hand side at the 44 of Tallahassee. King back to pass, throw across the middle, and that was caught for a first down. This time it's Kendall Gilbert from the left side post, dropping it like it's hot. And now the Tallahassee 31 on a 13-yard gain. Coming up toward 4 minutes for the first half. Pro set this time, 3 wide doubles on the near side. E.T. King. Back to pass. Throws down the middle. Catch is made for a 6-yard gain, and it's Zelli on the reception. The tackle by Kenny Stokes. 2nd and 4, clock running 3:44. The state of the SFL is coming up tomorrow night at 8 p.m. before our primetime game. I formation 3 wide. It'll be J. Calvin Kim on the carry, and he will go nowhere. 3rd down. Tackle for Tallahassee that time by Mike Johnson with a little help from Danny Atkins. Let's see if Tallahassee can hold serve here and force Chicago to go for 3. Single back, doubles either side. Chicago going to the right in the orange. It is J. Calvin Kim. First down more. Hemmed up at the 20 will get the 18. Big 3rd down conversion again for J. Calvin Kim. And behind this nice offensive line, good pull-out block that time by Tony Harrison, the tackle. So 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18 for Chicago. The pro set, slot either side. E.T. King back to pass. A lot of time. Will hold it way too long again. Barely got that one off. It'll go as an incompletion, 2nd down. Derek Dye tried to hold big 58. Jamal Carroll back, but Carroll got right to him as he threw the football. 2nd and 10 at the 18. 2:35 to play, heading toward the 2-minute warning. Doubles either side. The single back is J. Calvin Kim. Looking at the base 4-3. Another man comes up on the left-hand side. Handoff, this is Kim. Kim sees a hole. First down more. Pushing toward the 5 and 1st and goal. Again, J. Calvin Kim using the back of that right-hand side of the line. Look at that 2nd level block by Derek Dye to give him a few more yards. So Chicago looking to chop this lead down to about 10 within the next couple of plays as we head toward a 2-minute warning. They have the T formation. J. Calvin Kim is the tail of the team with the slot to the left. It's Kim on the carry. Kim, big hole up the middle. He's in, touchdown! J. Calvin Kim puts his name in the paper. Tallahassee 24, Chicago 13. And that's on a 4-yard run by J. Calvin Kim. So the Wildcats, last year's SFL finalists, not going away quietly. Jesus Garcia out of the hold of Jameson Holmes with 2:05 to play for the first half. Waiting for the snap. On the way. Kick on the way. 24-14, Tallahassee. And this kick here coming up should put us at the 2-minute warning. Garcia and company waiting to kick away. And here we go. Billy Joe Black back to receive from his 8. Head of steam with a wedge. Trying to spin move and nothing going there. Our second game coming up is we're a second away from the 2-minute warning. It'll be the Indianapolis Red Devils at the St. Louis Gladiators, another pair of teams on the edge of the playoff ticket. The APM Music weather forecast says it's around 57 degrees in the Gateway City. Have that game for you about 5 p.m. St. Louis time right here in the SFL Network. Pro set doubles right-hand side. It will be a carry and a near first down for young Mr. Jay and Yola as we go to the 2-minute warning. The 2-minute warning is brought to you by APM Music, the official presenting sponsor of the Simulation Football League. We're back here at the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida. Alvin Washington doing it to you like you know we can. Doubles right I formation. It's an offset I looking at 6 in the box, a shift on the front line. Back to pass is Chris Christensen. He'll throw left. That catch is made through triple traffic. First down for Ken Gossett. Another beautiful catch for the future SFL All-Pro. First and 10 at the Tallahassee 47. Shift on the front line now on the base 4-3 for the Chicago defense. A handoff to Jay and Yola, and he'll get crunched at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Hendershot along with Brett Tillis on the tackle. Second down. Down to 1:15 to play for the quarter. The Show Business Inc. halftime report on the way. Chris Christensen with a rather pedestrian 206 yards, but 2 big scores so far in this game. We've now hit the APM Music final minute for the first half. For the pro set, the handoff is Yola trying to get past one. Can't get past the midfield stripe as the Tallahassee takes the first time out of the game. Nice run support by Kanye Rockefeller from the secondary on that play. So 3rd and 7 from midfield. 55 ticks on the first half clock. Shotgun, doubles either side. 6 in the box for Chicago in the time package. Back to pass is Christensen. Gets great protection. Across the middle. It is picked off! And this might be a pick 6. Look at him go! That's number 21, Maury Spurgeon. That's a 66-yard interceptor return for a touchdown. The Chicago Wildcats have chopped the lead to 4. Maury Spurgeon playing center field beautifully. Snagged that one at the Chicago 37. He's gone. They give him 63 official on that play. Maurice Spurgeon to the house. Boy, did this game change quickly. Back-to-back scores by the Chicago Wildcats, fighting for their playoff lives, and more importantly, trying to keep Tallahassee from going undefeated still. Garcia from the hold of Holmes with 43 ticks on the first half clock. I know the coach of Tallahassee's got to be steamed at that one. Extra point is good. Tallahassee 24, Chicago 21. Ladies and gentlemen, the reports of Chicago's demise have been greatly exaggerated, at least for now. Garcia and company set the kick away. Billy Joe Black back to receive for the Pride, and boy, has their pride been kicked in the teeth from the 9. Billy Joe Black with a head of steam up the middle. Will get stopped at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Boy, Chris Christensen wishes he had that last pass back. A rare pick 6 from the hands of Chris Christensen, who has 2 500-yard efforts this season. He is, by yardage, the #1 quarterback in all of the SFL. Trips near side with a single back on 1st and 10 with 39 seconds left for the first half. Hand off to Jay and Yola, and he ain't going nowhere. Big hit up the middle by big number 94, Chris Sinierski. 2nd down, clock running down to the final vestiges of the first half. Christensen with a pro set 3 wide formation doubles on the right-hand side. Game clock down to 10, 9, 8. Back to passes Christensen, what should be the last play of the first half. Catch outside, and they stayed in bounds. A timeout by Tallahassee. 3 ticks left. Duke Wilson with the catch down to the 3-yard line. Frank Gooden will definitely have a lot to talk about with Chris Christensen once this half ends. See if they'll go ahead and rock a play here. Yes, they will. Christensen. Single back is Enyola. 3 receiver set. Doubles on the near side. Hand off to Enyola. This will end the first half. And Enyola's got a big hole. Up to about the 47. That'll take care of the first half of play. Your score after 22 minutes. It's a good one from the Panhandle. Tallahassee 24. Chicago 20. The Show Business Inc. halftime report is coming your way in a little bit with stats, facts, and figures. And a look ahead to our second game, the Indianapolis Red Devils and the St. Louis Gladiators. A 3-point lead for the Tallahassee Pride here at the end of the first half. This is the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Show Business Inc. halftime report, brought to you by Show Business Inc., the official home of the first ever SFL convention, July 13th and 15th in Las Colinas, Texas. All Tallahassee here in the first half. You look at it on paper, but it's that one pickoff by Maurice Spurgeon, a 63-yard interception return for a score that has this game as close as it is. Chris Christensen with 216 yards in the air, 2 scores, and a pick. E.T. King doing all he can to keep the Wildcats in this one. However, you have to give it up for this defense by Chicago, especially this passing defense. The top 5 passing defense, to say the least, as a matter of fact. Looking at the numbers here, Chicago comes into the game with a top 5 passing defense. How in the world are they 2-6? Nobody really knows. There you see the run back, the 97-yard run back by Davius Reed in the first quarter. That made it 10-7 at the time. Then later in the game, there's Duke Wilson with his big touchdown catch. Here's where the turning of the play was so far. Well, nope, that's another good catch by Ken Gossett. Gossett's well over 100 yards right now. Here's a nice play from J. Calvin Kim. Barrels his way up the middle for his first score of the day. And don't count Chicago out. I mean, there's a reason they are the defending SFL finalists. Here's where things got crazy. The pickoff by Spurgeon. Spurgeon from the 37 of Chicago took it all the way back to the house. Just put on the afterburners. Caught a perfectly good pass down the middle, and that's what we got. 24-21 Tallahassee. As we come back to the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida. Tallahassee Pride trying to remain undefeated. Chicago, the Wildcats, trying to stay in the playoff conversation. Wildcats in the orange will get the football to start the second half. Richard Douglas set the kick away. And here we go. From the 8-yard line, Davius Reed gets rolled over by Allen Urban on special teams. E.T. King steps in, looking for the potential game-leading score here with the Chicago Wildcats within a field goal, down 24-21 against the Tallahassee Pride. Chicago going to your left in the orange this quarter. Looking at the base 4-3 from Tallahassee in the purple and white. J. Calvin Kim with no gain up the middle. Second down, only 29 yards running today. Another good stop from Mike Johnson. 4 first-half sacks for Big Mike. Second and 10 from the Chicago 29. Trips right. Single back is J. Calvin Kim. Short drop, back to pass. The catch is made. That's Alex Zelli. He'll get 5 out of that reception. That'll bring up a big third down. Clock running with 10:25 for the third quarter. A win by Tallahassee will eliminate Chicago from playoff contention. Doubles right, pro set formation, the isolation left, and the handoff, it looks like that's the fullback, number 46. The non-contract player. Alfonso Freeney is his name. That brings up 4th and 4, and Malcolm Perrin back to punt once again. Comes the snap. Punt's on the way. Billy Joe Black standing at his 29 and ransacked at the 34. Yee. Good double tackle by Brandon Nall and Tyler Baker on that special teams tackle. So Chris Christensen comes back out. His last time on the field wasn't so great. He had a pick 6 against him. That's why we sit 24-21 Tallahassee. They got good field position at their own 34. Shotgun doubles either side with a single back being Mr. Enyola. Good catch from 1st and 10. That's Mr. Ken Gossett. Picks up 9 on that one. Second down. Ken Gossett has been Chris Christensen's favorite target today. Hasn't hit the end zone yet, but he has been quite the setup man. Second down and 1 with 9:20 to play for the third quarter here at the Lions Den in Tallahassee. Doubles on the right-hand side, pro set, looking at 7 in the box. The handoff, this is Enyolas. Fighting for yards against the midfield and a first down. 7 on the game for Jay Enyola. And a good push up the middle. Decided to bounce it outside. Some good blocking on that right-hand side of the line by Ken Gossett and company. Trips left, isolation right is Duke Wilson. And the shotgun with a blocking back on 1st and 10, looking at the base 4-3, some stunts from the outside. Christensen back to pass. Long throw left, catch is made. Ken Gossett is out of here. Touchdown, Tallahassee. 50-yard reception for Ken Gossett. 30-21.
First and 10 from the All-Pro 28-yarder. Number 25, credited with the tackle. Second and 3.
Back to action we go. Catching a first down right after we had a slight dropout here. Shan Varner with the catch for the Wildcats. Tallahassee is up 31-21 with 7:09 for the third quarter here in the SFL on YouTube, presented by 8 p.m. Music. Alvin Washington kicking it live from the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida. The tail of the T is J. Calvin Kim. He'll get 2 on that carry for a second down. .645 and counting for the quarter. Tail of the T is J. Calvin Kim with a slot to the right. Back to pass is ETK. Kim will get knocked for 2 yards back on the screen out. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Again, if Chicago loses today, they are mathematically out of this year's SFL playoffs after making the SFL finals last year. Trips right-hand side, shotgun isolation left. Looking at 6 in the box. King with a short drop, back to pass, throws. It is picked off. Kenny Stokes with the pickoff, giving Chris Christensen another chance to blow this game wide open. But he was battling with Alex Zelli and snatched it right from him. First and 10 right across midfield at Chicago 49. The Tallahassee Pride in the purple and white going to your right this quarter. 5:56 to play. Back to pass. Christensen, a lot of time going for it all. Tipped up at the last second. They were trying to find Duke Wilson. I don't know if you want to call that one a drop. That was just some good defense by Maurice Spurgeon, who already has a pick 6 of 63 yards to his credit. Second and 10. From the 49 of Chicago. Doubles right. Offset I. Looking at the base 4-3. Oh, there's a free play. They're going to get a lot of yards out of this one. And Yola for what looks to be a 6-yard gain. Now the question is, do they want the yardage in the play, or do they want the down in that one?
Neutral zone infraction, number 71, defense.
They'll take it. So 2nd and 5 for that. Jumping the training table penalty by Kevin Owens, a defensive tackle. Kevin, I thought your motto was fight Owens fight, not eat Owens eat. Offset I, doubles left-hand side on 2nd and 5 now. The line to gain is the 39 of the Wildcats. And Yola on the carry, trying to push his way up. He'll get 2 out of the game, 3rd and 3. Tackle of the middle by Chicago's Brett Tillis. Tillis has been having a pretty decent afternoon.
Let's go.
3rd and 3 now, the call. Single back, slot either side for Tallahassee. Going to the right in the purple and white. 4:50 to play for the 3rd quarter. Pride up 31-21 on the Cats. Ooh, big time sack up the middle. For big 71 to the Wildcats, Kevin Owens. Now that's how you fight Owens fight. 4th down. That'll push him all the way back to the 47, and the punting unit has to come out. Howard McCoy. Just the 2nd time today he's had to use his foot to flip the field. Here we go. It's off a solid one. Davis Reed lets it go. Will it get to the end zone? The answer is yes, it just rolled in. So from the 20-yard line, E.T. King trying to keep the Wildcats in the conversation. If they win the day, they'll probably get around potentially the 14th slot in the playoff talk. That's where St. Louis is. And their big game coming up this afternoon at 5 against Indianapolis. King on 1st and 10, throws to the near side. The catch is made and well behind the line of scrimmage for J. Calvin Kim. That'll drop E.T. King's passing numbers to 90 yards on the day, where Christensen is at 275. 4:06 left for the 3rd quarter. From the 17 of the Wildcats, King with trips on the right-hand side. Man-to-man defense. Back to pass. Across the middle of Strong. Catch is made. Very short of the 1st down mark. That's a 12-yard pickup for Shan Varner. Brings up 3rd and 1. 3:44 to play. Varner. That very dangerous middle slot position. He got that one in triple team and knocked down the umpire for his efforts. So big 3rd down coming up here. T-right formation, J. Calvin Kim, the tail of the T. Shifting to 4-3, and the Kim will get the call. 1st down more. Up the middle to about the 37. Yep. That's an 8-yard pickup and a big 1st down on 3rd down for Chicago. J. Calvin Kim keeping the sticks moving out of this great T formation. With a good late 2nd block from Alfonso Freeney to give him maybe about another yard or 2. T-right formation, the tail of the T again is J. Calvin Kim with a slot to the right. Kim gets the call. Kim with a nice hole. Sliding forward for 7. 2nd down. Kim with a rushing touchdown to his credit today. 2nd and 3 the call. From the Chicago 44. 2:40 for the 3rd. Man, we are rumbling, stumbling, bumbling right along, folks. Pro set, 3 receivers, doubles right-hand side. Looking at the base 4-3. Kim again on the call. Kim, Yee. Alex Bond gets him some J. Calvin Kim for a 2-yard loss. .210 to play for the quarter from the 42 now of the Wildcats on 3rd and 5. Doubles out of the side with a single back being J. Calvin Kim. King under center. Looking at the base 4-3. Chicago going to the left in the orange. Short step. Drop. He gets sacked. Nope. He gets the football off. But Mike Johnson right there to stop him as he throws it. But these short dropbacks by E.T. King are killing this offense. Because it's either he gets the throw off and he gets knocked down as he throws, or he gets sacked in the process. And he's already been sacked 5 times today. Malcolm Perrin again to punt away for Chicago. Here it comes. Billy Joe Black looking for the football at his 25. Starts to run back and immediately gets dropped. 1 yard run back. Richard Sprint looks as the official gear provider of the Simulation Football League. To get your official SFL gear for 2018, call 915-407-9300 or go online at simulationfl.net. Pro set, 3 wide for Chris Christensen in Tallahassee, up 31-21 with 1:47 for the third. Christensen hands off to Jay Yola, gets about 4 out of that counter tray. Second down, the tackle by Lane. That's Jeremy Lane, switching from 22 to 28 today. Don't be surprised if Ken Goss is in line for another pass here. He already has 181 yards on 6 catches today. 6 in the box. Shift on the front line. Pro set. Back to passes Christensen. Across the middle. Catch is made in the first down. This time it is Caleb Conley, the fullback, moving the chains on the middle slot catch. That looked pretty solid for a fullback with hands. Reminiscent of one Mike Allstott, who played for the real-life Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a part of that big Super Bowl championship team way back when. Doubles left-hand side, offset eye, back to passes Christensen with a 7-step drop. He'll throw left-hand side. Oh, no, that was a drop. Jason Stackhouse can't haul it in. 2nd and 10. You don't suppose he's related to the former North Carolina basketball player of the same name, do you? Just asking for a friend. 2nd and 10. From the Tallahassee 45, doubles left, offset eye. Christensen with a 5-step drop, throws left-hand side, and that catch is good for 5 yards. And this time it is the sure-handed Ken Gossett that'll snatch that one up. Big third down coming up at midfield with 44 ticks on the third quarter clock. Tallahassee 31, Chicago 21. Clock is running. Trips near side with a single back being Mr. Inyola. Short drop, throw across the middle. It is almost picked off. Alamo Afolabi with the deflection. That brings up 4th down with 29 ticks. Boy, Ojamo Afolabi almost had him a Christmas gift. Instead, Howard McCoy will punt away for the 3rd time today. Waiting the snap here. There it comes. Almost blocked. That one, will they keep it? No. Momentum put him in the end zone again. That momentum rule of going into the end zone, I believe, happened forward of the 2008 football season in the NFL. Chicago in the orange going to the left with 21 ticks left here in the third. Down 31-21. J. Calvin Kim rushes 4 for 4, 2nd down. Tackle that time by 91 Taquan Hill. He's got a pretty good day today. That should take us to the end of the third quarter. And indeed it does. Tallahassee Pride 31, Chicago Wildcats 21. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. This copyrighted broadcast of the Simulation Football League may not be reproduced for any reason without express written consent. From the Lions' Den in Tallahassee, Florida, the Pride lead at 31-21 against the Chicago Wildcats, and a big hole for J. Calvin Kim. He gets the first down. And the Wildcats have got to get going. They're only down 10 here in this fourth quarter. Two good drives and a stop could put them in prime position. But ETK's got to play the quarter of his life right now. Bunch trips, isolation right. Kim the single back. Short drop. They'll throw to the near side. The catch is made. First down and more. A slot catch by Davius Reed, who has a touchdown on a return today. Anthony Wayo with the touchdown-saving tackle on the outside, but not before Davius Reed crosses the sticks. First and 10 at the Chicago 43. 10:25 for regulation. T left. Tail of the T is J. Calvin Kim with a slot to the left, looking at the base 4-3. Long drop back, and J. Calvin Kim will get that screen up a little bit, about 4 yards, second down. Chicago's playoff hopes ride with this quarter. I formation, slot either side. Handoff, this is Kim. Kim trying to push his way. He'll pick up 3 to the midfield line. Third down and 3, important third down for Chicago. 9:35 to count for the game. The Wildcats hit the line. Doubles either side. Single back is J. Calvin Kim. Free play for Chicago as they jump across the line. Throw down the middle. It is almost picked off, but that'll be first down by yardage. As the right defensive tackle jumped clear through the line on that one.
Neutral zone infraction, number 74, defense, 5-yard penalty.
They'll hit Hunter Norwood with jumping in the neutral zone and on the training table. He knows it. So again, don't think the Wildcats are out of this game by any stretch of the imagination. This portion of the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music, is brought to you by Show Business Inc. Proud to bring you the first SFL convention this coming summer. Doubles either side. Single back is J. Calvin Kim. He gets the call. To the right side, trying to fight for yards. Gets 4 out of it. Second down. Clock running, 8:55. This is a good-looking drive right now for Chicago, but it's got to end at least 6. Single back. Trips on the left-hand side for Chicago, going to the right in the orange and white. On the handoff, this is J. Calvin Kim, has almost the first down. 5 more on that one. They'll be 3rd and inches from just outside the 35. $8:23 to play for this contest. T right formation. Kim the tail of the T. He'll get the call. The first down and more. They're the 32. These third downs starting to pile up for Chicago here. First and 10 at the Tallahassee 32 for Chicago. The Wildcats down 31-21 with 7:50 for the fourth quarter. Pro set, slot either side. Looking at the base 4-3. King on the counter trade. This is Kim. No gain. Second down. Kevin Bain and Hunter Norwood pick up the tackle. Second and 10 for the Wildcats. T right formation. Kim the tail of the team with the slot to the right side. It's Kim on the ow, 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 ow. No gain. Jeff Eaton. Eating good today. 3rd down and 10 from the 32 of Tallahassee. Talk about a good drive that potentially will stall if they don't get this play off. 5 wide trips left side, doubles right. E.T. King looking at 4 in the box. He's back to pass, and he will get sacked. Boy, man, oh man, a disappointing drive for Chicago. Not disappointing if you're 51, Jeff Eaton, who ate that one up. He and Taquan Hale will get the half sack. Nope, it's all Hale this time. 4th and 17. And again, it's Malcolm Perrin back to punt. We'll look for the coffin corner. At the 5 and in the end zone. $6:12 to play for this one. Tallahassee 31, Chicago 21. It's the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Back here on the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Tallahassee 31, Chicago 21. The Pride in the purple and white going to your left this quarter. Chris Christensen back to pass. A lot of time. Down the middle he throws. Catch is made in the 1st down. Duke Wilson with 2 scores today. Almost 100 receiving yards on that catch. Cool hands Duke. One of the best route runners in the business. No doubt he's possibly in line for an all-pro selection at the end of the season. Football at the Tallahassee 48, 1st and 10. Handoff now is Jay Yola. Pass midfield to the Tallahassee 48. The Chicago 48 now. 2nd and 6 at that point. Clock running with 5:26 for the game, and not a friend of Chicago's right now. Shotgun, doubles left hand side with his blocking back. Looking at the base 4-3. Chris Christensen under center. Will hand off now to Jay Enyola. Gets past 1 tackle, 2 tacklers. We'll make it a 3rd and 4 on that run. With 2-yard gain, the tackle for Chicago by Chris Sinerski. Now, Sinerski's name we've called most of this game. See if he can play himself into a contract before the season's done. Double strike. Pro set on 3rd down. Christensen across the middle. Catch is made by, there go that man again, Ken Gossett. Down to the Chicago 21. That is a pickup of 23 yards for the future All-Pro Ken Gossett. Right. 4:27 to play, and if Tallahassee makes a score here, that's going to be tough for Chicago to come back from with such little time left. Doubles right, offset I, looking at the base 4-3. Handoff to Enyola. Enyola going to the outside. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain. The knockdown by 33 A.J. Barnes. 2nd down. 4 minutes to play in this game. And the Tallahassee Pride faithful have seen a good one this afternoon on this beautiful day in the Panhandle. We started out 70 degrees. I think we've gotten up to about maybe another 2 or 3 more degrees after that. Single back, receiver either side on 2nd and 7. Yola again the carry, and Yola will not get to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 on the 2-yard loss. Give that tackle to Ajamu Afalabi again. Clock running, 3:20 for the game. Tallahassee basically can just run this clock out. And I think that's what they're doing. They're milking as much clock on this game as they can. Doubles near side as the play clock is down to 2. It's Yola again on the carry, and he is stopped well behind the line of scrimmage. So something good for Chicago, but the field goal unit's coming out. It's still a 2-score game with 2:44 and counting for this game. Richard Douglas will be out to kick the field goal. Curtis Young will be there to hold for him. It's a 40-yard attempt from the middle hash. Waiting the snap. The hold. The kick is on the way. It's good from 40 out. Richard Douglas drops in 3 more. He's 2 for 2 today. This one right down the middle. Tallahassee 34, Chicago 24. 2:12 to play for the game. So 34-21, I should say. Chicago with 3 touchdowns, including a pick 6 by Maurice Spurgeon. Here's the kick by Richard Douglas. Davius Reed from his 12. Trying to find a seam to the outside. Here we go again. One man to beat, and Davius Reed, 88 yards to the house. He did it again. Touchdown, Wildcats. First time this season we've seen 2 returns for a score in the same game. Davius Reed has turned this game around for the Wildcats in a hurry. Not only does he take this one to the house, I believe we're at the 2-minute warning. Again, that's an 88-yard return for Davius Reed. Mercy. 2-minute warning is here. High drama in the Florida Panhandle. Back into this on the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Holy smokes. When we thought everything was all right in the world with Tallahassee, Davius Reed said, not so fast, my friend. With an 88-yard kick return for a score, now they look to bring this one down to 6. Jesus Garcia complies, 34-28 Tallahassee. And don't be surprised if Garcia comes up with an onside kick here. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, 1:59 to play. That's an eternity for most folk. Here we go. Hands team out for Tallahassee. They are lined up for the onside kick. There it is. Hands team is in full effect. Right there to scoop it up for Tallahassee, number 17, Trevor Swain. Frank Gooden glad to have that young man on his club. So the Tallahassee Pride now hanging on to a 6-point lead. Chris Christensen has already thrown a pick 6 in this contest. He doesn't want to throw another one that could potentially stop Tallahassee's undefeated run. He's looking at 5-2 in the box. Oh, man! Jay and Yola got knocked back unceremoniously and will lose 3 yards. No thanks to Afalabi. Jeez, the moment he got handed the ball, Afalabi came through and said, son, you will get none. 1:55 to play. Chicago thinks they have another shot at this if they can stop Tallahassee here right before the 40-yard line. Offset I, 3 wide for Chris Christensen and the crew. Hank going to the left in the purple and white. Stunts up the middle. It's Yola again. He goes behind the line. Another timeout by Chicago. 3rd and 17. 1:51. Oh boy. Chris Christensen may have to stop playing it conservatively here. 1:51 to play here for this 4th quarter. Tallahassee 34, Chicago 28. Yeah, it's that close, folks. It is that close. Christensen with a 3-wide pro set. They'll hand off to Enyola again. Chicago has used all of its timeouts here on this series, but it's a great defensive series. As we mentioned, they didn't even get past the 40 of the Wildcats. So that's big. The question is now, can Howard McCoy flip the field and force Chicago to go at least 90 yards here? Davius Reed with 2 kickoff returns for a score. Back to receive. Here comes the punt. And fair caught at the 13. So here's the story. The Chicago Wildcats need to drive this 87 yards in 1:42. Now, they are capable of putting on big plays. We've seen that before from this team. But their playoff lives are at stake. Let's see what they've got here. 3 wide, single back is J. Calvin Kim. Back to pass is ETK. Man, coming and he got him! And they can't stop the clock either. That's an 8-yard loss on the sack by Jamal Carroll. That's a big-time play for the non-contractor. King throws it in near side on second down. Woo-wee. 4 more lost by J. Calvin Kim on the screen out. They're already back to the 1. And the Pride are smelling blood in the end zone. And 2. Mid-24 to play here for this game. Calvin King, E.T. King's got to get this out of the end zone ASAP. He's back to pass on 3rd down. He'll throw to the left side. Oh, that's a safety! That's a safety! They threw it to the left side. Yep, J. Calvin Kim. I don't know why he stepped back in the end zone, but that is a safety. This ball game is done. That was the last chance Chicago had any kind of hope of getting back in this game. Oh, man, 2 really horrendous plays by J. Calvin Kim on the screen outs. And now Billy Joe Black will get it up to the 40 and pretty much close the show. Man, oh, man, how in the world do you lose yardage like that, needing to tie this game and potentially take the lead on an extra point? I don't know what. Yep, I think Chicago's goose is cooked. It is thoroughly cooked. Chris Christensen in victory formation. This bad boy is done, folks. Wow. Just some unbelievable stuff here at the end for the Chicago Wildcats. They had another chance to really make a statement here, but a sack and 2 receptions for loss by J. Calvin Kim, including unspeakably one where he was already out of the end zone, stepped back in, went out of bounds, put 2 on the board for Tallahassee. That's it. That is it, folks. Tallahassee will move to 9-0 with a hard-fought 36-28 victory over the Chicago Wildcats, thus effectively ending Chicago's chances of getting back into the playoffs, let alone the SFL Finals. What a fall from grace for the orange and black. Stay tuned, folks. Indianapolis at St. Louis is on the way. You don't dare want to miss that one. 2 teams fighting for their playoff lives, and that does it. It's the Pride for the 9th time in the win column. 36-28 over the Chicago Wildcats. And as we go to the Show Business Inc. post-game report, all Wildcats all the time, 448 yards total offense, and even 100 for J. Calvin Kim and company. 348 from Chris Christensen. He did throw a pick 6 in this game, but man, that big catch by Ken Gossett sealed the deal, and then just some really dumb stuff at the end by J. Calvin Kim. Gosh. Big interception there by young Mr. Kenny Stokes. I think he may play in some of the contract with that play. But look at this one from Chris Christensen. Wow. He was throwing it on the money today. Davius Reed, let's call it for what this is. He has today an SFL record 229 yards and 2 touchdowns in kickoff returns. If that doesn't put him as a special teamer all-pro, nothing does. But this is the play that really sealed the deal. J. Calvin Kim on 3rd down and long caught the ball at the goal line, stepped back in the end zone and out of bounds, and that was it. Ken Gossett, 212 yards and a touchdown. The wide receiver for the Tallahassee Pride is yours. Richards Prentworth, player of the game. That does it for all of us. I'm Alvin Washington saying so long from Tallahassee, Florida. Stay tuned. Indianapolis versus St. Louis is next. This has been the SFL on YouTube, presented by 8 PM Music. So long, everyone.